she's my mother.
How did you take it? You just don't.
I flew off, you know, I got up right away, and the way you're going crazy. You're crazy. You're not my mother, you're my big sister. And actually my grandma, you know, to me was my mother. Because I had another grandma, you know, so I thought that was the way it was. Anyway, I grabbed my uncle, and he's trying to cool me down, you know, he's moving me, and I'm crying and yelling, you're not my mother, you're my sister, you know, you're my big sister, you're trying to boss me around and make me feel bad, you're not my mother, you're not my mother. And then Grandma came in, and I ran to her, and about knocked her off, you know, I ran for my brother, I tried the door when she opened it, and practically knocked her, you know, over. I could see her wobbling, and she grabbed me, and you know, then she cooled me down. I don't remember anything until the funeral, but I had made up my mind that I wasn't going back. See, my ticket was paid, so I was put on the train, but I got off halfway there. The train stopped for people to get on and off. We had 5 minutes or whatever. I got on the train. I had to go to the restroom.
And then
I never got in the train. So the train was left without me. He was bigger than I am, you know, and then he got mad because I wouldn't let him see it, and he had red hair and a beard, I remember that, and I hated him. And he hated me. He was very jealous of me. And because he knew my mother was not a virgin when he married her. She'd given me to my grandparents. My uncle is riding down from the other end of town. I'm over here. He's over there. He's riding his horse. He had to go do something, and he's looking out to the church and see what was going on. He seen him running after me. I jumped. What I did is started running around the table, you know, and around whatever I could to get away from me. I got to the door, it's locked, I can't open it. So he almost caught me then, and I went under his arm, and I ran, and then I spotted the window, and I jumped out the window. And I was running. My grandmother didn't live that far, maybe a distance of about 3 blocks, or you know. But it's my uncle's riding the horse. He had just started out, I guess, and he seen him, and he galloped up. I'm running. I'm ahead of him, you know, because he's halfway drunk, but not fast enough to catch me. Well, on top of it, he wasn't paying attention, and I was running. He's running towards me, and the clotheslines are up in the way. So he cut himself, and he fell down. Well, he quickly retrieved himself, and I'm going under this barbed wire fence, and he caught my leg, my ankle, and I was scared because he was pulling me back, and I was trying to grab weeds. And they were coming up, you know, they were dry, they were coming up, and he was pulling me back. My uncle jumped out from the horse, and I don't know what he called him, but he grabbed him and started beating on him, told me to go home, and I was kind of looking back, and he beat him, and then I seen him, you know, I turned around every so while, and I'm see how fast I'm going and what he's doing back there. And he gets his rope down, ties him up like he's gonna hang him. But he tied him the rope under his wrist, I guess, and he got on the horse and dragged him all the way to jail, which is about 5 miles the next town over. He lost his eye. He begged for mercy, I guess. And everybody, of course, in the little town, they see it. You wonder what's going on, you know. The next day, the next thing, I'm gone. I didn't even see my uncle again. They came and whisked me away, and took me and put me on the train back
to the
orphanage. And that after that, they wouldn't. I couldn't come home. You know, never went back.
God saved you so many times.
So, you know, He's always been there for me. Somehow I found myself hitchhiking, and some old couple picked me up. They lived in this farm, and they needed a helper to help her with the dishes and help her clean a house. If I didn't know, they would have taught me. I was 13, you know. So there was one rule. They had workers under them that stayed there, at least got their meals there. And when they came, I was to, you know, we'd set up the tables and everything. And before they got there, I had to go to my room, stay there, and not come out until they were gone. Then I have to come back out and clean up the place, you know. For my room and board, and they gave me $10 a week. $10 a week, and then I got tired of that. Well, I have to keep moving, you know, because I knew they were looking for me.
At the orphanage.
Yeah, from the orphanage, they were looking for me. Take me back. I met these people, I think they came there, I don't even know. And they wanted me to babysit for them. They had some children. And I don't remember them paying me, but he's in the Army. And they're shipping him over. And they wanted me to go with them. I guess I was 16 then. Must have been. And they wanted my birth certificate. I was ready to go, really excited. They had accepted me. All I needed was my birth certificate, and I didn't have one. I never seen one. I didn't even know what they were talking about. The paper, when I was born, it had my name on it, and where I lived, and who my father and mother were, and so forth. Well, I never seen one of them. I didn't know. I didn't have one, anything. Anyway, so I couldn't go, and I was disappointed in that one. Then I had to leave. They were leaving, and they thought I was going back to the people that had picked me up in the first place. I didn't work for them for quite a while, I guess. And so I decided not to go back there. I remember walking there and thinking, well, it's in this restaurant. I didn't even know this place where they fed people. And so I asked them if they needed a job. And the waitress, you know, I couldn't be too old, but I was old enough, you know. So she called some guy over and he talked to me and he says, when you can go to work? And I says, right now. He says, well, we sure need you. Go in the back. Stacks of dishes they couldn't get to, you know, they didn't have a dishwasher. And so I worked there for a while. Got a job next town or wherever, as far as they were going, you know, wherever that was. Well, somebody told me they made a lot of money in California picking oranges. Because they shipped them out all over the world, so I was heading for California. I got here and never picked an orange until it never took an orange off a tree until about 10 years later. One time, you know, visiting somebody, they had an orange tree in the back, and I said, this is what I came here to do, to pick oranges. Never picked any. Went to work in the laundry there. I was working in the laundry when B&J Day came. You know, I was pressing a sailor's scarf. Remember that? And I hear honking on the stuff, and this guy says, what's going on? And says, I can't stop to look. So he went to the door, you know, and out the door, and everybody confetti and yelling and grabbing each other and hugging each other. So he came back and grabbed the whole, hugged me, and the war is over. The war is over.